Welcome to the Realm. I'm Realm Streams on YouTube and Twitch, and this is going to be my take on a beginner friendly guide for the new Fire Colossus High Roller Boss. As always, any likes, views, comments or subs are appreciated more than I can honestly say, and I would like to say to any and all of my current subs and current viewers, thank you massively. You guys are amazing. I do personally believe myself there is a cheese spot for this boss, just underneath its bum cheeks, strafing either left or right. The reason I believe this to be a cheese spot is because he will only do 2 attacks from here, a constant swipe to try and get you, and maybe his double overhand slam. This leaves about 60% of his attacks unused. I do not believe this is the way they intended the boss to be, but that's just my opinion. For the purpose of the video, I will not be using the cheese spot, and just personal preference here, but I prefer not to fight a bum cheek. I'll be doing this on fighter. I'll be using a longsword with a falchion and a heater shield. My perks are sword mastery, counter attack, shield mastery, and veteran instinct. Skills are victory strike and second wind. Second wind is very helpful for them tense healing scenarios, and I have always found it best to save the second wind until he is screamed at least once during the 3rd phase. Well, enough of that, let's get on with the boss. The most frequent attack is the boss's backhand swing attack. This attack can be comboed from 1 to 3 to 5 times. The key signal is a slight step forward as the boss brings his arm across his chest. The best way to deal with this attack is to crouch under the first swing while strafing slightly to the left. This will allow you to attack the body and maybe one attack to the face. Boss has a heavy slam swipe combo. He will slap the ground, then swipe to the side, or slap the ground again. This combo is random after the first ground slap. The key signal is the boss raising his hand and his foot together as he slightly leans forward. To deal with this attack, strafe left or right of the boss's arm, then in and out of range whilst you attack. Boss has a heavy 2-handed slam attack. The key signal is the clenching of both fists as he raises both arms above his head. To dodge this attack, you must be a safe distance back from the boss. The boss has a heavy foot stomp. The key signal is the boss's head leaning back as he lifts his foot. To deal with this attack, just strafe slightly left of the boss. For phase 2, the key signal is the boss melting off most of his chains and a lava ring surrounding the boss room. During the 2nd phase, the boss's backhand swing now splashes lava at you. This is quite a heavy attack. To be safe during the 2nd and 1st phase, I advise you to crouch and block the first swing, then duck under for the attack. The boss has a new attack during his 2nd phase, where he will put his hand into the floor of the boss room and cause lava to erupt underneath your feet. The key signal is the boss taking a step forward as he aims his left hand towards the ground. To dodge this attack, strafe around the boss. This is also the best time for you to deal damage during these phases. On to phase 3. The key signal for this is the boss melting off the last of his chains, and the boss room will grow even smaller. During the 3rd phase, lava will randomly erupt from the floor of the boss room, mostly towards the center, so I have found it best to fight around the edge of the room. Also in the 3rd phase, the boss's 2-handed slam and his heavy foot stomp now have a lava splash effect, so be extra careful. Also, periodically during the 3rd phase, the boss will roar making the boss room even smaller. He often does this 2 to 3 times during a fight in High Roller. Once again, a big tip here, try as best you can to save your second wind for at least one roar during the third phase, as this is when it will become incredibly hard to heal yourself. Also, once you have completed this boss, there is a secret hidden elevator so you can get out safely. Well, if you are still here and you've made it this far, I thank you massively. You guys are great. Once again, I've been Roaming Streams on YouTube and Twitch. As always, any likes, views, comments or subs are amazing. I appreciate them massively and they mean more than I can say. I honestly hope this boss guide can be helpful to anyone and everyone. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoy the fight.